Inspiration, meditation, and coffee with Kat. I, of course, am your humble host, Kat, and this week we are talking about tabletop roleplay and transformational life coaching. If you are new to the stream, welcome and thank you for joining me. If you are a regular, thank you and welcome to our morning hangout. For those of you who are new, my name is Kat and I am a transformational life coach. What is a transformational life coach? That is the happy medium between clinical psychology with traditional talk therapy and traditional life coaching, where you set life goals and you have someone in your corner for healthy accountability. I am both of those things. What I do is I help you set life goals, and I also help you discover why you haven't been able to reach them yet. I allow you to awaken your true self. I allow you to find the root cause of your limiting beliefs of, there's no way I could ever do that. Why not? It turns out that when you were 6, you wanted to do something, and someone that you held at a very high standard told you no, and that imprinted on you. I am also a evolved neurolinguistics practitioner. What the heck does that mean? That means that I am a word nerd. It means that I know the language that can trigger your unconscious. I know how to get past your conscious thought, and I know how to unlock your fears that are buried behind in your unconscious, and I can help you get rid of them. I can help you blow out all of those failing strategies and figure out, why do certain situations make you nervous? Why do you have anxiety? Why do you feel that you are not good enough? So this week we have been discussing how I specifically approach transformational life coaching with using the role play from tabletop role play games. Not necessarily the mechanics of Dungeons & Dragons, specifically 5th edition, but just in general, tabletop role play. Monday, we did a little bit of a scene where I walked you through how to see your character. Yesterday, we talked about how I establish your attributes. Normally you do, when you build a character in character creation, you have set attributes that you use, and you can either roll dice or you can use a standard array. When I build characters for our tabletop games, our tabletop therapy, if you will, or tabletop transformational life coaching, when I do my session 0 and we build our characters, we actually look at your characters as you, because you are your authentic self when you are playing your character. And so if you feel that you are strong, if you are dex-based, if you are intelligent, then we use those stats. Now, today we're going to be talking a little bit more about scenarios and how we handle things, and there's going to get a little bit of spicy, there's going to get a little bit of hot take sentences said, because I am going to start breaching the topic today, the difference between Dunning-Kruger effect and imposter syndrome. And this isn't because I want to call people out. This is because, the same as I do every day for every week, it is bringing awareness to the situations. Because half of what we do, and more than half of what we do, is unconscious. And once we are aware of our actions or our thoughts or our feelings, once we bring awareness to them, then we can start to see how they affect others. And how do we bring awareness to ourselves? We release denial. So those of you who have never released denial before, this is something that I do throughout the week. Maybe not, maybe I should be doing it every day, but sometimes I feel different morning topics demand a little bit more breath work or a little more awareness protection than others. And so because we are going to be bringing awareness to some things that we are doing unconsciously, we want that to be able to flow properly, and we want it to be able to flow easily without affecting us on the conscious level. And on a positive note, we want to be able to bring this awareness to the surface positively and not, oh, I'm the asshole here, well, fuck you, cat. That's not what I am aiming for. So if you would like to join me now in releasing denial, I invite you to get comfortable. As you can see, I was not quite as comfortable as I thought I was. Okay. Ooh, ouch. And layers of denial. We release 10 layers of denial. There are technically 17 layers of denial, but I am still learning the other 7. Once I have learned the other 7, and once I have mastered those other 7 chakras, then I will be able to share that with you, because I, as a transformational life coach, I myself am constantly changing. I myself am constantly learning, and I am always transforming. So for now, we are releasing our 10 layers, which are chakra points or acupuncture points, depending on how you might have approached these previously. And we do this technique with our eyes open. So, if this is your first time releasing denial, didn't even notice, I am lying to myself. And so, layer number 1, you're going to take your 2 fingers and you're going to find your collarbone, find that little soft spot just underneath your collarbone, and just rotate very gently in circles. And you're going to mentally repeat to yourself, I know what my truth is. And keeping your eyes open, you're going to take 3 relaxing breaths. I know what my truth is. Keeping your eyes open. Good. Layer number 2, we're going to take our left hand, we're going to put it behind our ear. We're going to take our right hand, you're just going to put it on your belly button. Behind your left ear, you'll feel that little bone protrusion that comes out just underneath where your glasses would sit. This is called the mastoid bone. This is layer number 2. I am willing to speak my truth. Good. Layer number 3. Switch. Left hand, belly button. Right hand, mastoid bone. I am willing to listen and be guided through this process. Three calming breaths. Good. Layer number 4, we are going to take our thumb, we're going to put it on our third eye, and you're going to put your palm on your forehead as much as you can. Obviously it's difficult for me because I have a headset on, but this is, I am willing to feel my truth. And you're just going to cover the crown of your head, your source. Keep your eyes open. Good. And now you're going to switch right hand, belly button, left hand, forehead. I am willing to feel my truth. I'm willing to feel my truth. If I breathe into the microphone, I apologize. That's not the ASMR you were looking for. Good. Layer number 5, I am willing to accept my truth. Nope. We are on the layer number 8. See? I am so hyped up into releasing denial, I've even lost my spot in my script. With your left hand on the top of your head, yes, here I am, okay. I am willing to accept my truth. Your right hand on your belly button, your left hand just on your source, on the crown, just where we were before. I am willing to accept my truth. Good. Switch. Layer number 7, left hand, belly button, right hand, 8. Right hand, top of head. I am willing to let this old story go and allow a new truth to flow through. I am willing to let this old story go and allow a new truth to flow through. Good. And now you're going to keep your left hand on your belly button and you're going to put your right hand just across your chest. This is your heart chakra, universal heart. I am willing to feel my life's purpose. Good. Layer number 9. Just cup your throat gently. Just cup your thyroid. I am willing to speak my life's purpose. Good. And now finally, you're going to take your right hand. You're just going to put it on your third eye. I am willing to see my life's purpose. Awesome. Thank you for joining me in releasing denial. And as always, I hope that you get as much out of that as I do. You'll notice that when I get about layer number 4, I start to calm down. Because I am always nervous going into releasing denial, especially with my friends. because I personally live with imposter syndrome, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. And releasing denial helps me realize that I have imposter syndrome and helps me get through it. Once I get to, I am willing to accept my truth, that's when I start to calm down. Because I know my purpose in life, my truth, is to help you start your day off on a positive, to help you realize that the world isn't as bad as you perceive it sometimes. It is what we make of it. And if we allow ourselves to be bombarded by social media, news outlets, all of these things, we are allowing our unconscious to absorb all of the negativity which we then project. If we deny that energy and we keep our positive energy because we know our life's purpose and we know our truth, then we can then project that opposed to absorbing what everyone else is projecting. And so, what does this have to do with tabletop transformational life coaching? This leads me into how I personally have adapted tabletop roleplay into transformational life coaching. Creation through dissociation. We tend to be able to talk about things when it's not affecting us directly. If I talk about Kat in the third person, I can say she has social anxiety. She does not like large crowds. She does not like constantly being bombarded by noise. She appreciates the silence. Why is that? Why does she appreciate silence? Because when she was growing up, she was surrounded by noise. Constant noise. There was never silence. And when she finally discovered silence, she realized, oh wow, insert cliche, silence is golden. And she appreciates silence for what it is. And so she can sit quietly in a room, reading a book, with no noise. She can sit quietly and meditate, surrounded by no noise. She is comfortable in silence. She does not listen to respond. Many times people will talk to me. Yes, I am flipping back and forth. Many times people will talk to me and I will just smile and nod. And I will say, okay. Because yes, I am skilled in sensory acuity and I can tell if people are looking for my opinion or if they're just talking to release. And sometimes we find ourselves listening to respond and not listening to hear. And so that's one of the scenarios that I personally have used in my tabletop transformational life coaching, is that I take the characters through a scenario where you need to listen to hear and not listen to respond. If you listen to respond, you're going to miss the whole point of the scenario and you're not going to get the outcome, which then leads to disappointment, which then leads to anger, which then leads to, well, what do you mean we didn't do it? We did everything they asked. No, because you didn't ask questions, you didn't delve deeper. you listened to respond. And so this is hot take. This is why I released Denial this morning, because how many of us listen to respond? How many of you find yourself when someone's speaking saying, well, what I would do is... Okay, did they ask you what would you do? Are they speaking to you because they trust you to listen and not respond and just allow them to talk? That is one thing that is probably the hardest in my life, is to find people who will just listen. If I start talking about something and people cut me off with because then this and this and this happened, never mind. I don't even bother continuing my sentence anymore, because I know that they're not listening and they're not trying to listen. They are listening to respond. And so I then fall into my cycle of, do I have what I want to say? Is it important enough to share with others? Which then makes me think, if I feel it's important, other people should feel it's important. Why am I expecting other people to feel that what I think is important is important? And I start my downward spiral. Butt, and big old hairy butt, because I am now trained in neurolinguistics. I am trained in transformational coaching. I am trained in emotional acuity. I can catch myself from going down those spirals. So when I speak to somebody and I'm talking about something that makes me excited and they cut me off because I haven't gotten to the point that gets me excited, and they start leading the conversation in another direction, okay, cool, you know what? You don't appreciate what I appreciate. That's fine. I'm gonna go find someone else who does, and I'm not gonna spend my energy trying to correct you. Peace out. Clear skies. Awesome. Because I know my purpose in life is to spread joy. My purpose in life is to help people find fulfillment. My purpose in life is to allow my positive energy to radiate and to absorb and transform all that negative energy. And so when people talk to me about something that's exciting to them, I can read their face, I can read their eyes. And I sit there and say, and I will feed into that energy, and I will feed into that positivity, because I want them to be just as excited, and I want to be just as excited as they are. If they're ranting about something that I can see that makes them angry, I will show empathy, and I will say, okay, don't let it get it to you. Don't let it bother you. I won't invalidate their feelings. I will say, oh no, oof, that sucks. I won't agree, I won't disagree. I will just feed until they say, okay, I'm done. I feel better now. Perfect. Because ranting in our heads is great, but I know you know that when you say something out loud, it makes all the difference in the world. You can rant in your head, you can chew in your head, and you can marinate in your head until you have a headache. But until you say it out loud, it doesn't matter, because you're still bottling up all of that energy. especially when people come back and say, don't let it get to you, that triggers me. Because that tells me that they didn't listen to a word I just said. What they heard was, I'm in a bad mood. It made them uncomfortable, and so they're changing the topic. And so, specifically, how do I deal with, as a game master, how do I take people through a situation where they need to hear and listen to what's being said instead of listen to respond? There's a set script that, as someone who is trained in sensory acuity, as someone who is trained in neurolinguistics, I can tell when my players are doing the right thing, and I can feed into that to give them the right options. Or they listen to respond, they fail at the mission, which then takes us to the next part, their response. The response ability. They can either get angry because they didn't listen, they failed the mission, they didn't achieve, they didn't get the W, they got the L, they didn't achieve the goal at the end because they didn't listen. And they will sit there and they will say, but I did listen, I heard everything they said. Okay? And when we start to review, that is when the transformation starts. Because if they get defensive, I start digging. Why are you getting defensive? Why are you getting angry? You didn't listen, you responded with this. How is that a problem? And we start to unpack. Why do you listen to respond? Because maybe when you were younger, you never got the chance to respond. Maybe people would talk over you. Maybe people would cut you off. And now, that's what you do because that's what you were taught. That's what you were imprinted. Finish somebody's sentence because to show them you know exactly where they're headed. Because that's what you were taught. But then, how do you break through the defense mechanism? Because they're uncomfortable. Why are you getting defensive? Because I'm uncomfortable. How is that a problem? If you are told that you're wrong, how is that a problem? Which then sometimes will lead to a trauma response. And that is where my skill set really come in. It's these things that we discover through the tabletop roleplay that we then have an individual session to talk about. What trauma did we just trigger? What trauma did we just uncover from your past? And we deal with it. Yes, there might be a couple of days so you can marinate. Why do I get defensive every time I'm told no? Why do I get defensive every time something happens? Oh, it's because this happened when I was a kid. And that's what my unconscious mapped as if this, then that. Okay. So then, when we meet individually, we can say, okay, so let's review the situation. This is what happened. And this was your response. How is that a problem? Well, this is why I don't get along with people. This is why I am disagreeable. This is why things happen. Okay. So let's deal with that right then and there. We blow that out of the water. We get rid of it. We get the rapid, meaningful results of why this, then that. We discover the issue. We dig to the root cause and we eliminate it. And then, once we realize what the problem was, once we've dealt with the underlying root cause, suddenly, okay, now we can learn how to disagree, but not be disagreeable. We can learn how to listen, to hear instead of listen to respond. And so this listen to hear, listen to respond, as well as speaking our truth, can also trigger imposter syndrome and Dunning-Kruger effect. As I say, tomorrow I'm actually going to go deep into these two aspects, because as a game master, these are two levels that really affect how we handle a game. And how we handle a game as a game master also really affects how we handle a game as a player. And this is why I'm also going to go into why game masters make shitty players, the same as why drivers make bad passengers, or retail associates make bad customers, or, friends make shitty coworkers. Game masters make shitty players. So, my challenge to you today, because every day we have a challenge, is Monday, we awakened our character. Monday, we awakened our true self. Tuesday, yesterday, I asked you to look at your attributes, and what is your strongest attributes? What are your leading factors in life? Today, how do you communicate? Yeah, I'm bringing back a factor from last week. Do you listen to respond, or do you listen to hear? When you interact with people today, I want you to be aware of, are you finishing their sentence with what you feel is how they're ending it? When you interact with people, are you listening and then telling them how to fix the problem even though they never said, I need help? Are you listening to respond? Or are you listening to hear? Are you saying, because their tonality as they speak to you is saying, I'm having a really bad day. Oh. Okay. That's it. I just want to say I'm having a bad day. Okay, perfect. Done. Full stop. Period. If they say, I'm having a really bad day. Oh. And allow them to rant. And don't tell them, this is what I would do. Well, that's fucking stupid. Why would they do that? Smile and nod and keep your fucking mouth shut. Let them speak. Don't respond until they ask you to. And I want you to bring awareness to how you listen. Do you listen to respond? Or do you listen to hear? So, with that, if you have any interest in playing my tabletop transformational life coaching games, I am setting another one up for, let me get my calendar out here. It's not this Saturday. February 26th is when I am starting my next tabletop transformational life coaching. And what we do is they are individual one-shots that will have a different theme based on each one-shot. It will probably run 6 hours depending on the number of players, but what we do is we awaken our character. We meet the other players in our party, and with the overlying theme that we've already discussed, we go through the scenario, and then as the scenario concludes, session, me and you, so that we can unpack things that maybe you wanted to dig deeper on. Maybe you want to unpack things that I really didn't like the way that this person handled this situation. Okay, that's fine. How is that a problem? And we can talk about those things, and we can discuss how to handle these situations. Just a series of one-shots, and again, each week we'll have a different overlying topic. I haven't exactly decided what the topic yet is going to be on the 26th, but I want to see how much engagement I have first. So, even if you are watching the VOD, let me know if you are interested. February 26th, it will start at 10 a.m. Eastern, unless of course I have people from other time zones. I will be accommodating for time zones. So if you're watching the VOD, message me. If you're watching this live, shoot me a message in chat, or think about it. Spread the word. Let me know, and we will get a party together, and we will do some tabletop transformational coaching. That being said, maybe you are looking for transformational coaching. You want to make a positive, rapid change in your life, but you don't know about the return on your investment because you know that therapy is fucking expensive. And $180 an hour just for someone to tell you, don't let it get to you, is infuriating. You feel free to connect with me, and we can have a discovery session, and we can talk about how I can help you awaken your true self, how I can help you make positive, rapid, meaningful changes in your life in as little as 2 hours. Maybe you want to join the Patreon. You know, there's different levels of Patreon that you can join that give you exclusive perks. They give you exclusive, you get preferred seating at some of the tabletop sessions that I do. You get exclusive content. You get weekly emails from me. If you just want to support the stream and let me know that I make a positive influence in your life every morning, mash that follow button. Again, even if you're watching the VOD, you can still mash that follow button. You can still hit subscribe, because that still lets me know that you are still interested in what I have to say, even if you can't join me live. Because I know 7 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time is a little rough for people who live in the Pacific or people who live in Atlantic. So again, even if you're watching the VOD, smash the follow button, hit the subscribe button, because that still tells me that I am making a positive change in your life no matter when you are watching this video. Join my Patreon, and you can still support and still have exclusive perks, and you can still make meaningful, rapid results, and you can see the return on your investment. Or if you've decided, you know what, it's time, I'm going to make a change in my life, direct message me, and we can book a discovery session. So, with that, again, the review, your challenge, how do you listen? How do you listen to people you interact with? Do you listen to respond, or do you listen to hear? I want to bring awareness to that, because that is also how you are going to project yourself to others. So, let us, and now I was rudely unaware or unprepared for the meditation this morning. I do not have the script ready. I apologize. Let me know also if there's topics that you want to talk about. I am always available for you to suggest topics? Is there something that you want me to review? Is there something that you want me to go over? Is there questions that you want to ask? I am here to help you. Help you help me. No, help me help you. That's it. You can also see that I have a follower goal now. I met my 10 follower goal yesterday. I wanted to get 10 followers by the end of January. It took until February, but that's okay. By the end of February, I would like 20 followers. Only because that tells me that 20 people give a shit about what I have to say. I believe I have a subscriber goal of 1 subscriber. If I can get 1 subscriber, that would be amazing, because again, that tells me that you're listening to hear and not listening to respond. So, I invite you now to grab your coffee, grab that last mouthful of milk tea chews, and get comfortable. Let's flip over to the meditation screen. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Take a deep breath. And I invite you now to close your eyes. And allow the music to take your unconscious where it wants to go. Bring your awareness to the breath. Inhale through your nose to your belly, filling your belly, and then fill your chest. Hold for a moment and release, starting with your chest and then the belly. Do this a few more times, just bringing your awareness to the breath. At the end of this next breath, I want you to allow gravity to push out that last bit of air in your belly, in your chest. And I want you to breathe in a deep breath. And with this breath, allow your unconscious to take you to your place of Zen. Allow the music to create the world that is calm. And as you exhale, allow your mental imagination to see this place of Zen. If you find your thoughts wandering, that's okay. Gently come back to this morning meditation. Thoughts are okay and they will come. Show them gratitude, acknowledge them, and come back to the breath. Be kind to yourself and let go of any judgment. Know that no matter how you do this meditation, it is perfect for you. For the next few breaths, bring your awareness to the rise and fall of the chest, pausing at the end of each inhale and exhale to touch the silence. Take 2 or 3 deep yawns. You can fake a yawn until one comes in, but I'm sure a natural yawn is coming through. just let your body return to a normal breathing pace. Notice the natural, spontaneous rhythm. Bring your attention to the top of your head. Relax the muscles at the top, the sides, the back of your head. Move your forehead, wrinkle your brow, and allow the muscles to soften it. Soften your eyebrows, the eyes, your ears, your cheeks. Unclench your jaw. Relax your tongue, your lips. Bring your attention to your throat. Allow the muscles surrounding it to relax. Soften the back of your neck. Move your attention to your shoulders and do the same. Focus on your upper arms, your forearms, your hands, relaxing each as you go. Relax each finger, the thumb, your index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky. Relax the palm of your hands. Bring your awareness to your chest. Soften the muscles that make up the chest wall. Relax your belly, your lower abdomen. Move to the top of your back. Relax the muscles around your shoulder blades, the middle part of your back, and the lower part, all the way down to your buttocks. Relax your right thigh, the muscles around your knee, the front of your leg, your calf muscle, your right ankle, your right foot and toes. Now relax your left thigh, the muscles around your left knee, the front of your left leg, your calf, your ankle, your left foot and toes. Bring your attention to your whole body. Notice any sensations you might feel. Gently bring your awareness to any area that you would like to relax further. And scan your entire body as you breathe, and let your whole being settle into this morning practice. Mentally picture the morning sun rising. Feel its warm rays of light infusing you with beautiful yellow energy. Allow the ribbons of light to surround your body, relaxing it. Observe your breath, your calm breathing. If you find that your thoughts take you somewhere else, that's okay. Gently come back to the breath. Show them gratitude, acknowledge them, and just notice the rise and fall of your chest. Feel your chest rise with each inhale, and notice the parts of the body that gently move. Notice your abdomen as you exhale. Feel the parts of your body that move. With each breath, feel the morning energy gently waking your entire body. Notice any sensations you might feel. Breathe in, sending oxygen to your head and face. Exhale. Breathe and send life-giving air to your neck, shoulders, and chest muscles. Allow them to take in the air and get ready for the day. Breathe and send oxygen to your entire back. Allow those muscles to awaken. Breathe and send oxygen to your abdomen and thighs. Breathe. Send energy from your breath to the legs to power you through the day. Breathe. Allow the sun's rays to infuse you with the energy you need to begin the day. Allow the energy from the air you breathe and the warm rays to begin to power you up for the whole day. Breathe into your heart. Send golden energy to your heart center in gratitude for the beginning of this new day. Bring awareness to your breath. Remain focused on the breath for the next few moments, and remember, thoughts are okay. When you realize your thoughts have taken you elsewhere, gently come back to the breath. Keeping your eyes closed, mentally picture your body surrounded by the warm energy of the sun, positive energy of your life's purpose. Gently bring your awareness to the other energies in the room. Allow yourself to bring awareness to the sounds in the room, the sounds around you, the sounds outside. Gently begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Roll your ankles, your wrists. And when you are ready, open your eyes. As always, I want to thank you for joining me this morning in my morning meditation, and I hope that you're able to find as much positivity in it as I do. I also want to thank you for hanging out with me this morning instead of watching the news or breakfast shows, and actively choosing to make a positive change in your life. Whether it be watching the video on demand, whether it be watching this live, thank you. Because without you, I would not be able to do this. And if you want to support this stream, again, if you're watching the VOD, you can still hit that follow button, and it still lets me know that you're still choosing to take part in this each day. I will leave the chill music going for the next few minutes, as I always do, so you can continue your meditation if you want. You can continue to have this personal time to reflect. Remember, in Dungeons & Dragons, when a player uses the help action, the other player gets to roll with advantage. So let me use the help action to help you live with advantage.